Hello, fam. How you doing? How you doing? Baby Sesame. She's sleeping. She's all sleepy right here. She's all sleepy right here next to me. Today was a day off for me from my day job. And since this morning, I've been making content. My day off, that's what I usually do. I create content in my different platform, TikTok, here, YouTube. I have different other channels that I make um, content in a daily basis. Yeah, that's what I did today. Today I went out also to drop off some packages. I got some express packages that I was supposed to get out even yesterday. Yesterday I didn't get a chance to do so, so I managed to get it out today. And I was lucky enough, like when I stepped my feet out, I literally came across the UPS car, and I was just I was waving at him, and thankfully he stopped, because I know some of these drivers, when you wave, they act like they didn't see you and they just keep going. And he was so kind enough, when I was waving and he stopped by, I gave him the package, and he took it. That's actually avoid me to go a little bit down, because the PS close to my house is like, I would say, 10-minute drive. 10-minute drive. So I didn't have to go all the way down. Literally, when I stepped my feet out, the car was there, and I was so lucky enough. I gave it to him, and hopefully the package will get on time, because that was yesterday that I was actually supposed to drop it off. And hopefully everything goes well. Hopefully. Yeah, so after I did that, it saved me a lot of time to go like all the way down to that area to try to drop off packages. So I came back home, I made something to eat, and then I start making videos, start creating content. Hi John. Hi Z. Yeah, so I start creating content. I made I filmed couple video from my French channel that I haven't edited yet. Yeah, it was really nice. Yeah, I wish I could be lucky like that every day. Like, I had that package. I was trying to drive through that PS location. I didn't have to drive there. I find a car, the driver outside, and I just wave at him. I'm like, "Oh, I have a package for you. Do you want to take it?" And he took it. And yeah, it was so nice. And before that, before I met him, I was thinking about that, like, oh, if just God can make me, if I can just be lucky enough to actually have a car outside. And I actually thought about it before it happened. I thought about it. But what I noticed, like, sometimes people talk about like the law of attraction, stuff like that. But I think, like, sometimes when you don't put too much intensity on something, like, you don't actually think like you need a thing, or that it's gonna actually happen. Because before I left my house, I was like, oh, I didn't want to go to the UPS location, but I was like, I have to go, because that was the like express package. I had to go drop it off no matter what. And then while I was getting the package ready, I was like, oh, I could, I wish like when I get outside, I just find a car, the UPS car outside. That would be so, so, so nice. And I didn't even expect that something like that could happen. I just keep going, getting ready to just go ahead and drop it off. And I forget about it. And as soon as I opened the door, I saw the car coming, and then I just waved at him, and then he took the package. And that's not the one thing that happened this way. Sometimes I literally have a bunch of blessing, a bunch of like good things happening like that. Not only good things, sometimes it can be also in a bad way happening like that. Like I just think about it and release it, and then it happened. And sometimes when I take a time to nurture a thought or a need, I take days, month, do like repetition, affirmation, stuff like that. Sometimes it doesn't come to, it doesn't show up, it doesn't come to reality. Or if it comes, it's gonna be after so much pain, like after time to taking to, you doubt yourselves many times, you went through a lot like before it can happen. That's why sometimes when people think about like the law of attractions, um affirmation, stuff like that, I get that. I get that like sometimes it can come with when you don't attach, you're not too attached to the outcome. Because after I thought about it, like, oh, if I can be just lucky enough, God, if I can be lucky, like as soon as I get out, I find a car, or the car I can meet. I didn't even reach that far, and then the car was right there. And yeah, actually, when people say the law of attraction, stuff like that, it worked. It worked, but you don't have to. It's not easy to do actually. Like, you actually need something so bad, and someone telling you not to actually focus on that, not to actually be there and keep thinking about that in a way that, I mean, just to let it go in order for you to attract it. It's not easy. But I did it because I did it from that example. Like, I was like, oh, I wish I could find a car outside so I don't have to drive all the way down to drop just this one package, this one express package. I wish when I open the door, I can just find a car, the UPS car, and then I just give it to them. And then I detached from it. It wasn't something like automated, like uh it's like I kept thinking about it, like it's gonna happen. I was like, okay, if it happened, good. I mean, I didn't even think that it could even happen. It's just a thought. It was just a thought that I had, that I wish it could happen to me, like, you know. And thankfully it happened, and I had to come back after saying bye to Sesame because every time I go out, I'm like, Sesame, bye, I love you, I'll be right back. But she probably was surprised to see me after, like, I won't say even 3 minutes, I was back home. So that's one of the things, like little things that happen, that can happen, and that brighten life, that brighten, that gives some type of smile, some type of relief. You kind of think like, oh, you're not alone, and that things actually moving, things actually, I mean, like something is, someone or something is listening. And yes, I mean, and also I was watching a video of a woman. She was like, sometime the things that uh, God for us, they're always gonna come. They're always gonna find us, and that there is no need to push or to force. When you force, it's probably means that it's not for you. It probably means like it's not really like for you when you force, like you really like into it. But it's not easy also to detach. It's not easy to detach because when you look at like your experience, your life experience, a lot of things in order to get them, like you really want, like an exam or like something like that. You have to push yourself in one way or another. You're gonna push yourself. Hi Bola. Yeah, I'm from Africa, Gabon is particularly. So in order to get something that you really really want, you're gonna have to push yourself. So that idea that when something is not meant for you, you don't need actually to push or to force or to like to try to work hard. That's what usually confuse many of us when it comes like to take advice from those people saying like to follow God, to listen to God, to this, to that. It seems like it's way too easy like to come, because in reality it's not. I mean, if I have to go through the example that I took earlier about the car, that I was like, oh my God, I wish I can find a car outside, the UPS car outside, so I don't have to drive to the UPS location. I can just give them the package. It seemed effortless. It seemed like it's just a thought, and my thing came to realization without me, working hard for it, like repeating anything daily or whatever. I mean, it seemed like it's effortless, but when you think of your life in a day, like in general, things don't always work like that. Things always don't work like that. Things always work in a way that sometimes you literally have to force yourself. I remember when I used to go to school when I was a teenager. I swear to God, if my mom wasn't like waking me up every single day, I will never graduate. Like, I will never even go to school. I would rather stay home and sleep all day. But after she woke me up, I took a shower, I went to school. I was enjoying what we were doing at school. So the first that step of like waking me up was something that I didn't really enjoy. I wasn't liking, like I didn't like to wake up every morning to go to work, to school. But when I was awake and at school, I enjoy school. So there's so many things like that, like in life, like you're gonna have to be pushed. You're gonna have to be, you know, you're gonna have to force yourself though. So saying like it's always gonna come, when the way she was explaining it, like whatever's yours is yours. You don't have to work so hard for it. Whatever God has planned for you will come to you easily. It can happen. I'm not saying that it cannot happen. It can happen, but it's not always the case. And I'm not saying like not to believe in God, which actually I believe in God. I believe in God. I believe that there is something going on. But what I'm saying is that uh, her strategy or is probably also from her own experience. She probably has believed or has trust 100% and things work out for her. But from my experience, and maybe also from your experience, it depends of the way, the perspective you see the thing. We can only see things from what position, from the position we watching them. From my perspective, what I'm seeing is that that idea to be a little bit like passive, like to be waiting, it's not usually does don't work like that. Usually don't work. It can work, like today it worked for me. I had that thought. I was like, oh, I want to find the car outside. I wish I can find a car outside. I don't have to go all the way down to the UPS office. I can just find a driver outside, and then I give him the package, and then that's it. That would be so nice. And it happened. And it happened. Will stuff like that will happen with everything? Like, oh, I want $1,000 right now. I wish someone can send me $1,000. I wish it can happen also. Like, oh, I'm really need of 5,000 right now. I really need $5,000 right now. I wish someone can send it to me right now. And then you receive a text message from your bank that the $5,000. These are the things that could possibly happen, but it's not what we usually see. And that's when I sometimes blame those guru putting the name of God into it, like, oh, God will do, God will provide, God will God blah blah blah, God, because these are the things in the scale of 1 to 10. It can happen like once. It can in the if it has been like generous, it can happen 2 times, but we cannot take it like this is the norm. And the norm is that you gonna have to bust your ass up. Like, you're gonna work. Like, if you want $5,000, the straight way to have it is to work, to do something, to work. Or someone could give it to you, someone that you know or you don't know, like it, your friends can borrow money from you, so stuff like that. It can happen. But like randomly, I'm not saying that it doesn't work. It's work, but in a scale of 1 to 10, it's probably gonna happen once. And those teaching, like when the people teach, they be like, oh, that's the way you can manifest, you can create wealth, you can do this, you can do that. And a lot of people fall into it, and you become there, like literally focusing, putting all your eggs into those type of practice. And you will feel like you're wasting your time. You will feel like God doesn't work, God is not moving, God doesn't exist, because you playing in something that it's it's not like when you look at the statistic, it's not something like, it's not the easiest way. It's one way, but it's not the easiest way. You understand? So that's when I was listening to her, I was like, I like the motivation that you provide, I like everything that you said, but it's not a sustainable way. It's not a sustainable way of making a living. It's not a sustainable way of living your life, thinking that God will provide, uh, which is, someone who is like really like into Christian, into God, saying, listen, hearing me saying like, it's not, we should not say like God will provide, like they would think like I'm saying something bad or wrong. I'm not saying like God could not provide. God always provide for his children. Everything is here. Like, if you have a seed, you need to plant the seed in order for the seed to produce something. So we always have to work. We always have to do something in order for us, even if it's a phone call, like, someone who can help you, giving a phone call is a form of work. You understand? Uh you want like you want to keep having your the light on. You need to give a phone call to renew your bill or stuff like that. Like, you always have to take action. You always have to do something in order for you to have the type of privilege you have, like, so that's what it is. And telling people that God will provide, it's great. It's nice to feel like we belong to something bigger than what we are, that what we see. Because at some point in life, when you go through situations, when you go through life, you're gonna feel one way or another that there is an emptiness in you. You're gonna feel in one way or another that you need something more. And sometimes the fact that that there is something bigger, there is something like God, that is there, like, there is a meaning into all of this, that can actually help, that can help. that can help you settle, that can help you find a purpose in life. And it's great to put those things where they belong. But when it comes to the like the survival mode, when it comes to actually acting like an actual adult, at some point it's we need to have those foundation. We need to know what to tell people when it comes to those things. Like, you know, I will never want to advise someone who is like in trouble financially, like to trust God, um, stuff like that. Like, yeah, I can tell them to trust God, but not like to be passive and to trust God. We can trust God, but still being active, still trying to find a way. But I understand you're gonna find all these a lot of channel out there where people talk about God, talk about the blessing, talk about better days, and you're gonna find a lot of that, because people, that's what people want hope. People want to hear that things um are gonna come easily, which even myself, I want to hear that it's provide a form of relief. Like, you want to hear that things gonna come easy, things are gonna be better, stuff like that. But some of us content creators, sometimes we go too far. Sometimes we go really really too far, and make people things and dream of things that are not actually realistic. Things are not actually realistic. Like, um especially those things like affirmation, stuff like that, it could work. You don't know how many self-help books I've read about people saying like they affirm certain words day after day, and then the thing came, mystically came to them, and then, you know, they manifest $1,000. They manifest. I'm not saying it cannot happen. Like I said this morning, I thought about finding outside the driver so I can give him a package, and something like that happened. I'm saying, just like, it's not like, you know, if you want to live your life, it's not something that you want to put your eggs on. Like, you want to think like, this is the way I'm gonna get things done in my life. This is the way I'm gonna get my life. Like, you know, if you say, okay, have I'm gonna make some form of income, or a job or work, or, you know, business or whatever. You said, this is the way I'm gonna make a living. This thing can help me make a living. I'm gonna focus on that. I want it to be something, for something like a work, a job, or a business, or like writing a book, or doing something that, instead of thinking like being passive and thinking, just repeating words day after days, or stuff like that, and thinking like the fact that you repeat those words, the fact that you say this daily or monthly or hourly, it's gonna change your life. um, that's just what I want to clear out here, that sometime uh, those type of practice can help people get views, it can help people get attraction, but in every single day, it's not something you will advise someone to do, like to live their life out of word of affirmations, out of positive thinking, out of manifestations, all these trending things. It's better to have your life based on something that is sustainable, that is actually sustainable. And that's something that I wish I knew sooner, that in life, like luck It's possible. But don't put your life on, essentially, don't base your life essentially on luck, like waiting for that luck to come, because luck can happen like in a scale of 10. Luck, you can get lucky once, like once, like, but if you work on something and you put your heart on the things, you won't even see the time going, because you actually in action doing something that you enjoy or not. You actually in action doing it. So if you get something out of that, it's more sustainable than waiting for the luck, or waiting for affirmations, words to come, like whatever you were being affirmed, like for so many days, like, God supply all my needs. I have everything I want. Like you say it all day long, or all night long, just to get something coming out of like nowhere. I mean, I'm not saying it cannot happen. It can happen, but it's not something sustainable. It's not something to base your life on. You always have to have something something else. It's better to base your life on something more sustainable. It's better to have your life based on something more sustainable. And yeah, so and I see a lot of channels based on those type of content, when actually they give people hope, but I wish they can be a little bit more firm on this, like saying like, okay, luck can happen, you can actually manifest things, but the best way to actually manifest things is to work on it, is to work on those things. This is the fastest and the easiest way to manifest something, when you work on it, trying to see whatever that you want in life, that you have, get to the point where you can see the path that can lead you to wherever, to whatever and whenever you want to go, and start follow those steps. You're gonna reach there. If it happened that you reach there sooner than you expected it, great. If it comes faster, great. But if it doesn't comes faster, it's much better to keep working on it, than to expect that it's gonna come out of luck, or just to by affirming random words, stuff like that. Oh, Bree, I'm not actually sure what you're trying to mean. If it can be a little bit short, the message is too long and it's taking. Yeah, I mean, what I'm saying is not different from what you're saying. What I'm saying is that if someone did something wrong, I mean, like, what I'm saying is that it's good, okay to give people hope. It's okay to give people hope, but what is also good, it's what is better and beneficial for people, is to tell them actually the truth. Yeah. So if someone did something, like, is to tell them the truth, like, this is the path. You understand? This is the path to get there. This is the path to reach here. You like, the example I was taking and saying this morning is like, I had an express package. As you guys know, I sell baby clothes online, blankets, stuff like that. And I had someone who ordered something from me, and it was express shipping, and I had to ship it today, the same day. And I didn't want to go out today, and then I was like, okay, I have to go. And then when I was getting the package ready, I was like, okay, no, no, Sesame, no, no, no. When I was getting the package ready, I was like, oh my God, I wish I can find the driver, the UPS driver outside, so I don't have to drive all the way down to trying to drop off the package. And what happened is that when I step out, I find a driver right in front of my door. And I gave him the package. And that's the example that no, Sister Me, I'm working, I cannot play with you right now. We cannot play right now. No, we cannot play. Thank you for understanding. No. Oh my goodness. No. We cannot play right now. I'm serious. If I know. She's not gonna go away. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so I found a driver and I gave him the package. So what I'm trying to say is that those type of things happen in a scale of 1 to 10 is gonna happen maybe once. So when you're trying to advise someone who need like hope, who need like to hear good things when they're going through bad things, like when bad things happening to them, it's better to tell them, like, not to tell them, it's better not to tell them that things gonna be as easier as what happened to me this morning. Like in a scale of 1 to 10, this cannot, it's not something that's gonna happen to me every single day. That when I think like, oh, I need to go outside to drop off packages, I'm always gonna find them. They're not always gonna be there. They're not always gonna be there. I'm always gonna have to make effort. I'm always gonna have to work harder. Like I'm always gonna have to walk or drive to the UPS or the USPS, no matter doesn't where I need to go. So that means the hard work will be that I will have to do it anyway. Like I would say 80% of the time I'm gonna have to drive to the place. So the fact that I found him outside in a scale of 1 to 10, it's 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 happened only one time. So that's what I'm saying. Like when things like that, a lot of guru out there, they will reverse the things. They will actually tell people that the way it's work better, the way it's work fast, is to think like things will be as simple as that. So what I'm saying is that it's actually better to tell people that the way things goes faster, the way things work better, is to actually do the actual work. And then while you're doing that actual work, it can happen that things like that happen to you. In a week, I can go to the post office or the UPS office, maybe I will say 5 to 6 times a week. So the fact that I had a guy almost at my door, it's something that happened just like randomly. It's happening randomly. So if someone I have to advise someone, like if they need to think of, they want to go to the post office or USPS faster, the fast way they can get their package to the driver is to think about that deeply, or to repeat sentences about that. The statistic don't, the math don't math. Like it's not. The fast way is just to walk there and to drop it off. It can happen, situation like today can happen, but it's not something that usually gonna be like, that gonna happen like, you know, all the time. Like it's not a regular. It's I don't know if I explained that properly. Yeah, that's all. That's what that is. And it's just like the way it's being done, being said out there. it's kind of confusing. And yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you cannot you cannot uh it's okay to make people trying to feel good. It's okay to try to make people feel good, but it's wrong to misinform them. It's wrong, uh because what people doing, it's like trying to give that type of remedy, like it's just gonna cover up the pain, but after a certain time the pain will come back. I'd rather someone give me the type of medication that will heal me forever than giving me something that just gonna cover the pain, and then it's gonna come back again and again and again and again. So that's why I'm like, that's why I blame these people. Maybe they do it because they don't know what they're doing, or they just do it for some type of views, some type of content creation, or out of ignorance, or I don't know. But this is something that I wish I knew. Like, it's luck exists in life. You can manifest things in life, but you cannot just be sitting there and hoping or waiting for luck to happen. Because in a scale of 10, you can get luck once or twice. It can even happen, you can be even luck the 10 times, but it's not for it's not something that happen like 100% of the time. And the thing that we know that happen and that is guaranteed to us, it's stuff that you have control, you have kind of control over, which could be to make a plan and work on the thing, and to work on the thing, or work, get some step, work on something that you expect, something that you want to have. That's the only way you can have the type of guarantee, the type of assurance that you will reach where you want to go. Yeah, so that's what I was like, I'm gonna share with you guys today, because out there there's so many informations, and when you're not aware sometime, or you will fall into those misinformations, and you will take them as a truth. I remember one time, back home, I had one of my uncle, uh, he read something on social media, and then I heard him debating about that, the thing that he read on social media. And then he was debating so hard, and then, for me, I thought he was so wrong. I thought, and then I took him on the side. I was like, why you think like that? Why you think that this is, And then he's like, oh, I read that online. I read that on internet. And then I asked him, so everything that you read on the internet, you think that is true? That's I remember his face when I told him that. Because there is so many people, there's still a lot of people out there thinking that everything that they see on social media, everything that they read through articles, blogs, all this stuff is true. Everything is, you just take it for as it is, like it's true. So that's why when we have people, when we aware that people think like that, wouldn't it be better to put out there only great things, only excellent things? Because it's not only going to be the child of someone else or the uncle of someone else. It could also be your children reading your false information. It can also be your family member. It can going through that misinformation. So why not providing truthful information? Why not providing what is right? Why not just doing the right thing? that's what I'm asking for. That's what I'm asking for. And yeah, I understand that people want to get views, people want to create content, people want to do things, but at some point, people want to do all these things and playing with other people's emotions and guiding people, uh, instead of actually helping people, digging them actually even deeper. So the best way to actually advise someone is to tell them what they're going through and have them think about it in a way that it can actually help them. It can actually take them out of there. Because some people, they be like, that's also another thing that I noticed. Like, a lot of people, um, we come on social media, online, stuff like that. We want some, I know that information is not free for some, like you probably have learned things, and you wanna charge for it. You don't want to share those informations for free or stuff like that. But sometimes you in such a big need, like you in need, and you go ahead trying to look for informations or help. You will see that even in that vulnerable moment of yours, where you just need help, you kind of need like a little bit of help, you will see like you will even be more attacked. People will try to get stuff even out of you, that the stuff that you don't actually have. Like they will try to get like, I remember one of I was watching one of the video, and the guy was like, he was explaining how we do when I first start Amazon. And then he goes, oh, I can explain this step by step for you, but click the link below, and then um click the link below, and then I'm gonna teach you how to do it. I did click the link below. The guy was charging $500. I'm like, what are you charging for $500? Like, I just told you that I'm struggling. How are you gonna charge me $500? Like, sometimes people are like just out of, like, what? Out of touch. And I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. And it was crazy. And it was crazy. And another case, I got another case like that in New York. I read the announcement in a big hotel in New York. Like they're gonna set a meeting, and then they will teach for free. They will teach you how to do real estate, how to sell and buy houses. And then eventually I did apply, and I attend to that meeting. And the guy the meeting start, he start talking, the host start talking, stuff like that. And before you know it, they were saying like to put people in two separate ways, two separate. So the people that are gonna they want to go a little bit, they want to learn more to step in one area, and the people that they don't want to success to step in one area. How can you? It was so embarrassing. And I know a lot of people went to the second rank because they didn't want to feel like they don't want to success, like. And I was literally sitting on the other side, like, I don't care. Like, you said that I don't want to success because, I mean, the price that you're giving me, and these people, like these poor people that came to learn something, they'll spend like $400 that day just because of the host, the organization. They're trying to play with their feelings, like, sesame no, sesame no. They were trying to play with their feelings. And yeah, I step on my, no, we're gonna play later. Mommy talking. Mommy's talking. You want me to cut the live? so we can go play? Hmm? You want to play? Okay. Okay, guys, I'm gonna stop here for today. Sesame. Hey, no, no. Sesame wanna play with me? Or I come back tomorrow, because if I keep going, she's gonna come playing. She's gonna come and bother me. She's right here. She's right here. Say hi to people. Say hi. Hmm? Hmm? Hi. Hmm? Hi. All right, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.